There we go. I don't know why that didn't show up. What is up, everyone? Welcome to episode 12 of Forging Fates. If you're new here, Forging Fates is a sober D&D campaign set in the Critical Role world of Exandria. We are partnered with a nonprofit group known as the Phoenix. The Phoenix is building a vibrant movement of people in recovery, aiming to end the stigma around the rehabilitation journey from substance use through a sober, active community of like-minded people. They have a new app that you can use that you can schedule in-person events in 36 states or virtual events around the globe, including yoga, D&D, meditation, book clubs, just to name a few. So click the link below to download the app to connect with over 77,000 members of the Phoenix. Sorry, guys, it's not the easiest to read things with one eye. With that, we're going to kick it to our main cast. And what is the shenanigans, guys? I had everything working and now it doesn't. What the hell?
We look great right now.
Craziness. Alrighty. So, happy Halloween, everyone.
Happy Halloween.
Who's next on the announcements?
That would be me.
Okay.
Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. If you would like to support our channel, you can drop a tip in the tip jar, check out our online merch shop, or we have a Patreon. They'll give patrons the opportunity to vote in polls, have a special Discord channel just for you and the cast, and have your name called out at the beginning of all our shows. Other ways to support us are through Twitch subscriptions, which unlock exclusive emotes by our amazing community member and moderator, Sarah. Hello, Sarah. As a reminder, if you have Amazon Prime, you have Twitch Prime. So we would appreciate it if you use that on us.
And if you don't have any cash to throw away, we understand. Times are tough out there for a lot of people. You can still support us by following our Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and subscribing to our YouTube. And all of our socials are linked below, and you can also support us by watching, liking, and sharing our videos. We'd greatly appreciate if you help let the world know we are a community worth taking the journey with.
Okay. Is there anyone else? Am I missing anything else?
Um,
All right. Well, a couple other extra announcements this time because Halloween is next week. So we were fortunate enough to record a special Halloween one-shot. Cece, would you like to go ahead and introduce the game you ran?
Yeah, so Cece, was lucky enough to be able to DM a wonderful group of people along for a spooky Halloween one-shot. It will be airing next week, same time, 8 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Eastern, or no, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. And I'd really appreciate if you tuned in. It was my first time DMing for this group of people, and they were all amazing to play with. And hopefully, I think everybody had a good time.
Yeah, on that is Jem, our one and only Jem, Kuma, Hector, he guest starred on Goodberry Cafe, Dom, and community member Steph. So we're really excited.
I just want to shout out Steph for watching each and every Forging Fates episode. We greatly appreciate you and your support.
Let's see. Does everyone want to go around and introduce who they are for Halloween, or what they are for Halloween rather? I'll start. I'll start off. I am Big Boss from Metal Gear. Big fan of Metal Gear, so seemed appropriate. Jem, you want to go next?
I'm Keyleth from Critical Role, Vox Machina.
Cece.
I am just your average everyday demon. I was born, so I gave D&D a shot.
I am me with a cool skeleton shirt because I didn't have time to get anything.
Dom.
I am Caesar, Julius Caesar.
And Taz. Velma. All right. let's see. Is there anything else? Oh, yes, there is. We have something fun to show to everyone, and we want to thank first and foremost November Leaves, who did this amazing thing for us. We have a new layout, everyone.
What?
Yep, new layout, everyone. It's crazy. It's awesome.
Oh, look
And
at
the
that.
chat is
Oh, look at that.
over.
Oh, that's so cute.
Can't. There's the chat box. Still working with one eye here, guys. Get that underneath that.
Oh, that looks sick.
There we go. All right. We have character art. We have fancy new layouts. We have the thing here that shows the most recent people that followed us and subscribed and did all that crazy stuff. So if you're not following us, go ahead and give a follow. Your name will appear on the screen, right? You're not seeing the screen as I'm touching it. That's not how internet works. Let's see. Anything else I'm missing? I think that is it. Okay. Well, if there's nothing else, let's jump into this week's episode of Forging Fates. Intro. Okay, picking up where we last left off. The team, having exited from the Platinum Dragon's Rest after having a short conversation with the priest there and a member of the Platinum Guard, made their way out into the public square and observed the sounds and smells of smoke filling the streets and a large crowd moving their way up towards the market ward, towards what they soon came to find out would be the Jumping Jackal. After receiving one of the flyers that the crowd seemed to have, they, reading it over, saw that someone had released flyers stating that stating to be from the Clasp and said, "You've been warned." After attempting to warn some of the crowd that this isn't a Clasp ploy or plot, the group followed them, making their way through the crowd up towards the Jumping Jackal. Upon arriving, they were quick to see the blue grung that had been conflicting with the party up until this point, standing atop the Jumping Jackal. At which point, he reiterated that he was a member of the Clasp and that this was all the Clasp's doing. At which point, he detonated another bomb, destroying a portion of the block in front of the Jumping Jackal, killing several hundred people in the process. From there, the team gave chase to this grung, and with one volley of arrows, he quickly struck down Clover as she attempted to catch up to him. The team then attempted to end the pursuit, reviving Clover in the process, allowing the grung to escape, and the team made their way down towards Myriad to assess the damage of the explosion the night prior. Seeing their now deceased friends, Tristan and Gormrog, had some small conversations with the rest of their family from Myriad, and quickly, shortly after, the Lord Mayor of Western made her way over and introduced herself to the team, offering them a large sum of money to help eliminate whatever threat had been terrorizing the city over the past 2 days, seeing as how they had more knowledge than most on who this threat actually was. She said for you to meet her the next day at the Lord Mayor's mansion, and she will prepare the contracts to have you all officially sign on as mercenaries of Western. Asking that you come up with a name for the troop, which we will hopefully find out soon. From there, you spent a little bit of time conversing with each other. Tristan and Gormrog said their final farewells to their departed family members, and that is where we are going to pick up, as you are just slightly after noon, and the day is yours, everyone. You've been given 2,500 gold as a down payment for the task at hand. What do you guys want to do?
We should probably pick up some new gear. Something beneficial to us if we're gonna hunt this guy. He's clearly stronger than we anticipated. What do you think we should pick up?
Do we know of any shops that might carry magical items? Maybe magic might give us an advantage here.
Also, maybe some potions. Considering what happened in
Potion's
the last
definitely a good
battle.
idea.
Yeah.
DM, do I happen to know?
Yeah, go ahead and
anywhere-
roll an intelligence check for me.
Uh, 13.
Okay. The one you'd be familiar with probably would be the biggest emporium, I would say, of magical items, and that's known as Beyond the Veil. Besides that, you are familiar with the Exandrian Exchange, which kind of parlays in imports from around all of Exandria. So if you're looking for like spices or exotic ingredients to things, that would be the place to go.
It's the what exchange?
Exandrian Exchange.
Okay.
And you also are familiar with the Rapid Pantheon, but that was, as you've heard yesterday, recently destroyed.
Any of those sound interesting to you guys?
Beyond the Veil, maybe. You said that was the biggest one?
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt to look.
All right, then let's head out that way.
Okay. Trying to see things here. It's not the easiest.
Come on, Joe, you don't have all this shit memorized?
Okay. You guys make your way into the from the market ward. It's not that far from Marie Lynn's. The first thing you see is the extremely well decorated and oriented shop of Beyond the Veil. There are large, heavy blue banners out front. Just walking down the street, just to back up a little bit here. Walking down the street, it is quiet. The entirety of the city, it seems, has gone indoors at this point, as several explosions have gone off around the entirety of the city. You can smell the heavy smoke and the smells of burning flesh kind of echoing through the blocks now, being not far from where several of these explosions have taken place. But you make your way down the cobble streets, and you see every once in a while a few guards kind of rushing back and forth in small groups of 2 to 3, heading towards either one of the explosion sites or to try and lock down some of the passersby of the street. And at one point, a group of 3 of them come up to you and there's been a curfew put in place. curfew has been put in place across the entirety of the city.
It's midday.
Yes, we're trying to lock down the city to try and just stop some of these explosions. So please return to your place of residence.
We were
Uh,
hired by the Lord Mayor to work on this case, and he just sent us to buy new items for that. So we are on a mission currently, and we cannot go back to where we are staying.
Roll a persuasion check for me. Four. Do you have any proof of this? I would need some sort of paperwork to confirm this.
We're heading back to the Lord Mayor's place of residence later to sign this contract. Do you want us to have to bring her into this? You know, you guys are holding us up, and this is a very important matter.
Roll a either intimidation or persuasion check. The DC is going to be a little higher because you guys already have one failure.
You said intimidation or persuasion?
Yeah.
23.
There's no need to bring the Lord Mayor into this. Just don't be out long. And he kind of gets flustered and they start marching off to wherever they were headed to.
Definitely when I was saying this, I was trying to do that taller posture, just sort of towering over them.
Okay.
Just... Fucking guards.
So is the store even going to be open?
let's find out.
As
Shopping.
as you say that, you guys gonna make that last final turn, and the entirety of the Beyond the Veil makes its way into your view. Large topaz-colored canvases hang over the awning of this shop. Gilded pylons line the front, and just this wonderfully carved, intricate door with this large magical symbol emblazoned across the front. It kind of gives this slight glow to each of the carvings in it. But you go and check the door, and it is, in fact, open.
Recognize the magic symbol on the door?
Go ahead and roll an Arcana check for me.
That's a 7.
Oh man.
No, not familiar with it.
Okay.
Oh, while we're shopping, we should probably come up with a name.
Yeah. Group names are... It's hard to please everyone with group names. Sometimes, but...
Yeah.
Well,
Call
as
us
you...
the Wendy haters.
While accurate, I don't think that's going to be long-term effective, especially if you wind up killing Wendy in the near future.
Also, it might take offense to anybody named Wendy.
Well, maybe they should change their name.
Yeah.
About friendship bracelets, as I look at the bracelet on my wrist.
I want to be scarier.
Scarier. Okay.
Skull crushers.
That's something that Tristan might come up with.
Yeah.
Okay, well, as you enter into the shop, the similar gold and topaz blue motif continues throughout the entirety of the shop. Large tapestries hang depicting the various accomplishments of some wizard in similarly colored blue robes. There are several cases strewn about the shop depicting several magical items seemingly placed inside of it, with a few of the more interesting items. Like there's a finger there that is just kind of curled and decrepit in like a small floating jar. You see pieces of what I would say Clover, you would know this the best. You see various magical components in a few of the different cases, so you get the sense that there's magical components that can be gathered here as well. You see a set of armor in a case. You don't see any locks on any of the cases, but Gormrog, you know, having been here prior, that they're all magically locked and alarmed.
I trust my friends not to steal anything. And if they try, you know, they'll learn real fast.
As you all enter in, a older, long, dark hair man, kind of human, makes his way from the back room, kind of pushing aside the golden and blue curtain. A light baby blue cotton button-up shirt. There's several of the top buttons open and undone. Long gold chains hanging from his neck, with sizable blue topaz set inside of the golden hoop. Several golden rings adorn his fingers with blue stones inlaid in them. And he's got this long gray beard. Good evening to all of you.
Hello.
Hello, dear. My name is Abjuris Nora. It is quite a pleasure to meet all of you. Little surprise considering the day's activities, but more than happy for the business. What can I do for all of you?
We would like to go shopping.
Shopping? Well, that's... I'm glad you came here then. What is it that exactly you're looking for? Because I have quite the curiosities, if I do say so myself.
We're on a mission for the Lord Mayor. She sent us to get outfitted before heading out to do some less than pleasant work.
The Lord Mayor, you say? Well, I'll give you the Lord Mayor's discount.
We are certainly in the market for some potions, but I don't know what else we need.
Well, let's see here. I have quite the inventory available. Well, I have healing potions. I've got useful robes. I've got some scrolls for those of you that are able to utilize them. I have a set of... Actually, let me show you something I have special. Kind of disappears off into his back room for a moment before coming up with this small wooden box that's just pretty plain in appearance, considering, but he kind of lays it down onto the counter in front of both of you, in front of all of you, rather. It opens it up. Looking inside, it is a pretty standard set of black leather gloves, but the webbing between each of the fingers is the space between each of the fingers is webbed, and he grabs one of the gloves over and lifts it up and holds the inside of it, and you see like this almost like coating on the inside of the glove where the palm is. These are gloves of swimming and climbing. They will assist you in making sure you aren't slowed down at all, and when you decide to swim or climb up any sort of mountains, they will stick to the surface and help you climb.
What else you got?
Oh, let's see here. I also have I actually got something the other day that I think you may be interested in. I have a set of studded leather armor here.
Me. I'm looking for studded leather armor.
Well, fantastic. Give me one moment. He kind of closes the box and disappears back behind the curtain before coming out. The armor kind of strung across both of his arms. Looking at it, you can see there's this kind of wave motif almost that covers the entirety of the armor. This is the Mariner's studded leather armor. With this magically created armor will help you swim through the water just as fast as walking. And if you were to drown, this armor will rise your body to the top, so your friends can rescue you.
That really inspires hope.
Well, safety is important.
Do you have anything not water related?
Uh, not currently, unfortunately. Not as far as like any gear is concerned. I do have several scrolls available. And let me see.
What
let me
about
s-
stuff in the back? You know,
what kind of stuff are you looking for, dear?
I don't know. Stuff you wouldn't give to just any old shopper.
Any old shop. Well,
Yeah,
how
'cause
much
we're
are we?
special, you know.
How much are we looking to spend?
Mm. Depends on what it is.
Well, let me see here. Give me one moment. He kind of disappears one more time. And you start to hear a good bit of banging and rattling in the back.
I turn to the rest of the group and like, I don't know what I'm doing.
You're doing great,
Oh, great.
Whisper.
Keep it up.
And after a few moments, he kind of returns once more and holds out to you this cream white robe that just has several different patches on it. I actually have, for my more intriguing customers, this is called a robe of useful items. You simply rip off one of these patches and it generates that item for you. And if you look, kind of holds it back and forth, this actually has 16 patches on it. Quite more than the typical robe that you will find.
My robe only has like 6 patches.
Like, what kind of things are the patches?
Oh, well. Let's see here.
Do I have to wear the robe to use the patches? Because white's not really my color.
I mean, I don't think you need to actually wear it. You probably can just rip them off. But there is, he kind of starts searching across the pattern of the cloak. You have this one is a dagger. This one is a steel mirror. This one has a 10-foot pole. This one, it kind of points to this one that has this little gem on it. Actually, if you rip this off, it is 10 gems worth 100 gold each. This one will produce a magical canine for you to assist you. This one can create a window on any vertical surface you create. Let's see here. You said.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt.
Go ahead, Dave.
So you wouldn't have any magical like weapons of sorts?
Besides the scrolls, I don't have any actual weapons in stock currently. I can certainly keep my eyes out if there's something you're interested in.
Do you know where we can find some magical weapons? Maybe after we're done shopping here.
Oh, I'm sure one of my competitors somewhere may have something in stock, but I'm not sure off the top of my head. I know you said you were in the market for potions, and actually, this patch is able to produce 4 potions of healing.
What are you able to produce?
I currently have 2 potions of healing, a potion of greater healing, and a potion of supreme healing in the back that I keep for my more interested customers.
I'd
And
be
how
more
much?
interested if you mentioned that earlier.
Well, you asked me, and I'm telling you now. And you also asked me about what the more exclusive items I have, and this cloak would be the most exclusive item I'm currently in stock of.
And how much are you selling it for?
Well, the cloak goes for 23,300 gold.
Do you do layaway programs?
Layaway? I mean,
When like you give it to us and we use it, but then like we just pay later.
that's not what layaway typically means.
That's where I come from.
Go ahead and roll a disadvantage persuasion check. It's gonna be a high DC.
That's a lot of money for how ugly that
How much for
robe is.
Supreme?
I rolled a 10.
Oh my goodness.
Unfortunately, your version of layaway is not a policy that this business is currently practicing. I'm sorry.
Well, how much is the studded leather?
The leather armor is currently retailing for 1,860 gold.
Well, what about, do you have regular studded leather that isn't the water one?
I do not, unfortunately. This is the only armor I currently have in stock.
And how much are you selling your potions for?
The regular healing is currently at 60 gold. The greater is at 180 gold. And the supreme is 1,620 gold.
I'm sorry, I thought just regular healing potions regularly ran for 50 gold.
Well, considering the current state of the city, there are some supply concerns we have, so we've
So you're
needed.
taking advantage of people who just endured a horrible accident.
Well, I'm not trying to take advantage of anyone, but there are certain supply issues that I'm going to have to contend with now, and I have to make sure I'm adequately
Is everybody
compensated.
experiencing these supply problems?
As far as
Like,
I'm
have you
aware.
spoken with your competitors?
Well, I certainly don't go out and speak with my competitors. That would be highly unethical to try and price match
I
between
mean, I
us.
think it'd be actually beneficial to you to know exactly what your competitors are pricing things at. The Exandrian Exchange, for example, or the Rapid Pantheon, although clearly there's been some setbacks there. But, you know, I wouldn't imagine you'd want people to go there for your business when you have your business. So pricing it at comparable prices would be imperative for a businessman of your stature. Clearly, you know business. Look at how amazing this place looks. Anyway, have you spoken to any of them, or have you spoken to any others?
I have not in the last few hours since the incidents taken place.
Hours, yeah. What about days?
Not in the last few days. I haven't spoken to anyone about
Weeks?
this. No.
Months?
Again, it would be highly unethical for me to
All right.
speak
I think
prices.
I'm
I'm
done
going
here.
to walk forward and just put enough gold down for the regular potion, not just and just say, "Give me the potion. I want the regular potion."
Very well. I saw you had your hand raised, dear. What can I help you with?
Wondering what happened to our Lord Mayor discount.
That is the Lord Mayor's discount.
You hate the Lord Mayor.
Well, certainly not.
I agree, Jimmy Jim. I agree.
Well, that is an interesting item.
I think it'd be smart to take our business elsewhere. Clearly, this is out of our interests, and clearly price range.
Go ahead and roll a persuasion check with advantage because Clover's raising up the issue as well.
And Jimmy Jim is grilling.
Jimmy Jim's grailing. Taz, your mic's coming in a little low. I've tried raising you up as much as I can on my end, but
That would be a 22.
there's no need to leave just yet.
Well, clearly you don't want to compromise, and
You didn't ask me to
seems that-
compromise, dear. Let's make a deal here.
what kind of deal?
Well, you said the typical price is 50, and I need to make a profit still. How about we cut the difference at 55?
Well, what about the Lord Mayor discount?
That is the Lord Mayor discount, dear.
But see, why would I pay 55 gold if I could go elsewhere for just 50?
Very well, 50 gold. Yes, Taz. Clover.
While they're having their discussion and they're like very heated and staring intently at each other, Clover is going to try to send her mage hand to steal a greater healing potion from the bag.
Okay.
Am I still buying the other? Trying to buy the other regular potion?
Yeah, he already put it on the counter and gave it to you.
Okay.
That was the one we tried to price lower, right? The 50.
Well, he already paid him for the 60, so.
Then I will just take the one healing potion for 50.
Very well.
Is there any others?
I have this greater and the supreme.
Or any other regulars?
No, unfortunately, the 2 was all I had. What'd you roll, Clover?
What did you want me to roll?
Sleight of hand check with your arc hand, magic hand.
24.
Nice.
Okay. Perception check for him. Okay. I will say you reach your hand back, grabbing a bottle from the space that you have seen him kind of pulling these potions out of. You begin to move your hand out from behind the counter, and no one seems to notice as it kind of floats down around the lower bottom of the shelf into your hands.
And now these are the only magic items you have, is the robe and the armor and
And the gloves. And I have several scrolls.
Okay, I don't know how much scrolls would be of use to us. Granted, we have magic users, but what scrolls?
Well, I have a scroll of acid splash, a scroll of charm person, a scroll of shape water, a scroll of shield, thorn whip, and wind wall.
And how much are those running for?
Well, they range from 24 gold all the way up to 480, depending on the spell.
How much was the charm person scroll?
That is currently priced at 144 gold.
20.
I do have a question. Do you buy things if we're interested in selling? Or are you just a seller of items?
Oh, I could certainly be interested depending on the item you have. I'm not going to just take anything, but if you have something I'm interested in.
I don't have anything currently. I was just wondering for future reference.
Well, maybe we can build some sort of relationship together.
Friendship bracelets.
I think this will be the extent of it.
Taz, you are still very low.
I don't know why. I'm trying to sell my friendship bracelets. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I have my output volume is all the way up.
Is the mic set to the right one? Do you have another mic?
She's coming in clear for me.
She's so low for me. I have her now I have her at like 200%. Anyways,
I've got her at less than 100.
How much is that
It's loud
potion?
for me.
That potion I cost? How much did it
Which
cost?
one? Which
The
You
one I
one?
paid
bought, regular,
60.
before all that.
You paid
Don,
60.
you paid 60.
Yeah. Thank you.
Does this bracelet do anything special?
Yeah, it's very, very special. If you wear this bracelet, you are our friend.
There's no enchantment on it?
Well, we are enchanting.
Basically guarantees I'm not going to put my fist through your face.
Well, that is interesting. I don't like having fists through my face. Though I'm not interested in a non-magical bracelet at this time.
I want to cast Druidcraft on it and make it glow a little bit. And look
Okay.
like there's leaves coming out of it. Like leaves growing and then shrinking.
Okay. Well, as fantastical as that may be, I'm still not particularly interested in just a bracelet, unfortunately.
Well, your robe is ugly.
It's utility over fashion. I'll just give you that much.
I'm just starting to walk out the door. Like, there's nothing else. There's no more business. I'm leaving.
She walks out, I follow her.
Taz, were you buying something?
No, I was
Okay.
gonna buy armor, but I can't afford it. Not from here, anyway.
I feel like I said it weird. It was 1,860 gold for that armor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
30 cents less.
Make it any better.
Yeah.
$3.
Before we walk out, this jar here with the finger in it.
Mm-hmm.
What is that?
Oh, that is a jar with a finger. It's more for aesthetic purposes. Just kind of looks.
So it's not magical at
interesting.
all.
Nope.
Cool. Have a wonderful rest of your day with all the customers that you got coming in today.
Yes, the explosions have been quite
I walk
bad for
out before he
business.
can finish talking.
Okay. Okay. What's the plan, everyone?
That was wildly unsuccessful. I do apologize for suggesting this place, my friends.
It had too much of a cool name for it to be that lame of a store. That's why names matter.
They don't have a sign on the door, do they?
No, just the name is printed across the blue banner.
Okay.
To the next.
Huh?
To the next store.
You want to try the Exandrian exchange?
I don't
Yeah.
see why not.
All right. They're more import-export sort of people, but maybe they imported some good stuff. Let's go find out.
Okay. All right. So, making your way over to the exchange. It's not far from here. Maybe about a block and a half to two. But easy enough. You kind of make your way over into the open air market of the Exandrian Exchange. Instantly, the smells of a variety of spices and powders kind of fill your nose. And looking around, you see. Bless you. The spices
Sorry.
are pretty strong. But you enter into the open air market. You see several tables set up around. A few of them have already been cleared off because of the day's events. But you see a few hangers-on that are trying to peddle their wares. What are you guys looking for specifically here?
I'm looking for like magic items or possibly magic weapons.
Okay. Go
Or
ahead
anything
and roll.
Like give a buff.
Go ahead and roll an investigation check for me.
That's a nat one.
Yeah, looking around, you don't see. There's nothing there that's like screaming magic items to you.
I don't see shit.
I'm looking for a magical crossbow and studded leather.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an investigation check. I need a break. My eye's killing me.
19.
19. Okay. Looking around, you do see one booth that has a few like mannequins set up with like bits of leather armor, a couple pauldrons, and the like set up, and they appear to be, well, not magical armor, selling some of the cheaper armor. You don't see any plate there, but you do see some different leather armors, and you do see a studded armor there that may interest you.
It does. I would like to go check it out.
Okay, entering over, there is a small dwarvish woman there, like pretty old by dwarf standards. She has a little bit of a gray beard on her face. Her hair is kind of like baldy in the top, with just wisps kind of in the back. And she looks up to you looks at you as you approach her. Oh, good what time of day is it? Good day to you, dear. What can I do for you?
Isn't this an outdoor market?
Yeah. Yes.
Interested in your studded leather. I'm on a mission right now, and unfortunately,
Mission. Oh my goodness.
yeah. But unfortunately, I recently got pretty hurt, and it
Oh my
made me.
God. Are you okay now?
Well, honestly, it could be better. It's been a really rough couple of days. Thank you for asking. No one ever asks that anymore.
I'm so happy to ask. Like, what, you want the studded leather armor? I'm more than happy to sell this to you, dear. It's currently you have it on for sale for 45 gold, but I mean, my son's the one who makes it, but I'm sure it'd be fine. I'll give it to you for 40.
No, I'll take it for 45. Times are tough right now. You need it.
Goodness, I'm so happy. Thank you so much. That's so nice of you.
No, that was so nice of you.
Oh, well, it's my pleasure, dear. Let me get it for you. Hold on one sec. And she kind of turns around and starts taking the studded leather off the mannequin. Did you want me to fit you while you wait?
Yeah, that'll be great.
Come step on the booth. I'll start getting you all fitted.
While that's happening, I want to use my magic awareness on that item. I can do it within 60 feet of anything that I can see. If it's behind anything, I can't see it, but I can sense anything magical that I can see within 60 feet.
You activate your magical awareness, and there's nothing within 60 feet. That is magical. But Clover, you hop up on the booth, and she starts getting you fitted with the armor.
While Clover's engaging with her, I'm just going to be like rifling through everything they've got and just kind of like, hey, what was that name we came up with to lie to the gods about? Was it Fruity Pebbles? Nah, we can't go with that one. That one's too ridiculous.
Maybe something with guard in it. Maybe it'll take us more seriously. Seems like we're guarding something or someone.
I don't know. You were the one who said like an hour ago, fucking gods. God doesn't really inspire the hope.
Those are Crown's guards.
Okay. Shields of the Plains, guards, Crown's guards. They're all the same.
Oh, trust me, I think we look very different from any troop of guards that I've seen.
I mean, like, I kind of agree with Clover. We need to have something a little more intimidating. And guard just doesn't do that anymore.
Yeah.
Kristen, Whisper, any ideas?
I don't think I'd be there.
Where are you at right now?
I would have liked to run off to where the smell of spices is coming from, or I'm looking for stuff that looks
Looks what? I missed what the last.
oh, sorry, it looks cool.
Okay. Roll an investigation check for me. Anyone else want to do anything in the interim while Clover's getting fitted?
She says the thing outside out loud with Tristan. I'm just gonna look, and I have my pouch of gold. If names we're worried about, we have a lot more to deal with right now.
But
Raylan's
she did
gone.
ask us.
Yet
She asked us to come up with a name for ourselves to put on the contract, so we were just throwing ideas out there.
I got a 10.
Okay.
want to-
Okay, while you all are kind of discussing the name for the time being, Whisper, you start kind of looking around, kind of taking in all the scents, and one thing does stick out to you. You get and a familiar old smell kind of crosses your nose of a flower which only grew from where you're from. And you see the small jar with the small bowl with the mound of ground up moonflower petals, and it kind of tickles your nose in an old familiar way. Looking at the purveyor of the booth, there is a middle-aged elven woman, kind of long raven hair with gray streaks through it, long ears with the entirety of them just various piercings, and she does seem to be pretty well off considering her attire. She has this very nice cream white robe with these intricate stitchings all across of it, of a few of similar to being an elf, you'd know this, the styles of Lingorn. But as you kind of make your way, that catches your eye and your nose and kind of reminds you of your childhood. But besides that, nothing really else out there for you.
I want to go up to her and ask her about it. Hi, I'm Whisper.
Well,
I couldn't help but notice this right here. What is this?
these are moonflower petals. We kind of grind them up and we use them as potpourri, and they help to freshen your room. And a few magical abilities as well. If you're ever looking for certain ingredients, they are quite helpful with that as well.
It smells lovely.
Oh, are you from Lingorn, dear?
No,
No?
I've never seen them before, but the smell's really nice.
Oh, well, I'm so happy for you. Would you like to buy some?
How much?
Well, 1 gold will give you about 8 ounces worth of powder.
Here, I'll do that.
Oh, well, thank you so much. She goes, kind of pulls up a little spoon from inside the powder and pulls out a small leather bag, and she kind of just starts scooping some of the powder into it. So, where are you from, dear?
All over. My parents traveled a lot. Didn't really
Oh.
stay in one spot too long.
Oh, well, that's a shame. You should make your way up to Lingorn. I've heard it's beautiful around this time.
Maybe someday. Is that where you're from?
Well, I spent some time there. I spent a lot of time in a lot of places at this age, but it is quite beautiful up there. I do miss it a bit.
Maybe after I save the city.
Wow, you're going to save the city? Oh my
Mhm.
gosh. Well, I wish you good luck. She kind of grabs a small little zip, a little pouch, and kind of hands it off to you. Here is some lingorn root. This it's said to bring good luck. I hope it brings you that luck, dear.
Thank you. That was really nice of you.
My pleasure.
And say goodbye and try to find the group.
Okay. They the rest of them haven't really moved from the leather outfitters stand, and it's Clover's now mostly done with getting everything fitted to her, but
Eight
still
forges, path forges. Nah, nothing sounds good. Forging fates, nah. I don't know.
Mm.
None of this really sounds good.
Are you still on about this?
We're
Listen, if somebody's gonna say,
Killing
listen, our city's in trouble, we need to call these heroes, right? And they're gonna be talking about you, they're gonna be talking about Clover and Tristan and me and all of us. Like we're gonna want to be able to say, yes, we are blank. And to say, oh no, my city's in trouble, call the Fruity Pebbles. Nobody's gonna take us seriously. So we need to have a decent name to like, bam, punch them in the face with how awesome we are, and like put across that we are going to be the ones to save them. Your lives are in our hands.
The live handlers.
It sounds like we're stealing their fate, like those people that we're taking on.
It's almost like their fates are in our hands and grabbed. It's
The heart grabbers.
That sounds like a romance.
Romance. I thought it was like reaching into somebody's chest and ripping out their hearts. It's a little too aggressive.
We thought different ways on that one.
Clearly.
But yeah, we want people to know their fate is in our hands, but we're gonna,
I mean, it
get
was
the
kind
job
of
done.
fated that we all became friends, right?
Yes.
Okay. As this conversation continues, Clover, the dwarven woman kind of finishes up getting the last little bits kind of cinched down onto your body, getting everything adjusted to your unique style of legs. And she expands the hood a bit so you're able to pop it up over your ears without like kind of crushing down on them. Is there anything else that you needed, dear?
Yeah, actually. So, me and my group over here, we were actually hired by the Lord Mayor to help find out who did this and take them down. And while we've done some stuff in the past, our weapons aren't really up for the challenge, as we found out the other day. So if you could tell us where we can find some magical weapons, that would be really helpful.
Magical weapons. Well, I'm not sure about any magic weapons besides what they may have at the... I know the heavy carriage may have something. I know the Exandrian... I'm sorry, that's where we are now. The place beyond the veil may have something.
I scoff immediately as she says that.
Yeah, well, we went there, and unfortunately, the owner's trying to take advantage of everyone, and he's doubling prices. He was selling health potions for 90 gold.
Nora had the audacity to charge you 90 gold?
Well, eventually he did.
He was raising the prices of everything.
My goodness.
He's trying to rip us off.
But I'm glad that he was trying to rip us off, because if he wasn't, I would never have found you.
Well, I'm glad you found me. Well, my son does make some wares. What are you looking for in particular? You said a magical bow. He doesn't have a magical bow.
Crossbow, but I know my friends are looking for different things too.
Well, they're not magical, but he does make quite the sharp bolt. I can possibly sell you some of those. I'd have to get them from him, but I know he makes some pretty strong weapons. They're not magical by any means, but they are a bit tougher than your average tool.
Does that appeal to any of you guys?
I mean, sharper crossbow bolts or any, I guess, lighter weapons. I'm not really well versed in anything really heavy.
Well, I can see what he has. If you give me about an hour, I can come back and just tell me what you want. And I'll see what I can find.
Okay.
I mean, that would work. It'd
Place too.
give us time to peruse the market a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Very well, very well. Oh, this is fantastic. Let me go see what he has. So the bolts and the anything else? The bolts, some light weapons.
Maybe like a dagger or something along those lines.
Okay, very well. Let me go find them, and I'll be right back. With that, we are going to take our break.
Right.
As she makes her way off to gather the items you've asked, we're going to take our break. Everyone, thank you so much. We will be right back.
I'm Jacqueline Wilmot, Director of Volunteer and Community Engagement at the Phoenix. We're on a mission to help as many people as we can.
I'm blown away, honestly, by the impact our volunteers are having across the country. The Phoenix is yoga, it's art, it's hiking, it's music. So there's a lot of really exciting things happening at the Phoenix.
Now, because of our virtual volunteer platform, we can take Phoenix anywhere. All they have to do is pick up that volunteer flag, and it's started.
The people, they tend to come to the Phoenix because they get something out of it, you know? There's something genuine about that. And then, you know, along the way, they realize I can give back. What's so unique about volunteering with the Phoenix is that you can just come as you are, and we will give you the tools and the training to be successful.
I became a volunteer with the Phoenix so that I could give back, even if it's just a little bit of what they've given me. One of my most favorite things about volunteering is meeting people, connecting. I've made friends that I will have for a lifetime.
So it's been a dream of mine to be able to bring fitness or physical activities to the sober community here in Long Beach. And so to hear that the Phoenix was already here and doing that was super exciting for me.
Service to others has been played a major role in my personal recovery. So I like that the Phoenix lets me combine an activity and some service. I also really like riding my bike, so hand in hand they go together.
I love the Phoenix. I don't know, it's just the classes have really helped me come out of my shell a little bit. I have my confidence back, which I didn't have even though I got clean from drugs and alcohol. I feel like my life is taking off, and everybody at the Phoenix is helping me do that.
Once Phoenix has helped you rise from the ashes, there's this sort of natural response where you want to do that for other people. And the beauty of that is as soon as they find that strength and fortitude in their recovery, they're reaching back for the next person. And if we did that across the country, imagine how many lives could be touched.
So join us in this movement. Whether you are in recovery or an ally, you have something special to offer. Whether you are looking to lead events or support events, you already have everything you need to bring the Phoenix alive in your community. Get started today. We can't wait to make a difference alongside you.
and community engagement at the Phoenix. We're on a mission to help as many people as we can.
I'm blown away, honestly, by the impact our volunteers are having across the country. The Phoenix is yoga, it's art, it's hiking, it's music. So there's a lot of really exciting things happening at the Phoenix.
Now, because of our virtual volunteer platform, we can take Phoenix anywhere. All they have to do is pick up that volunteer flag, and it's started.
And we are back. All right, everyone. So, as the hour ticks by, waiting for the dwarven woman to return with a few extra arms and wares for you all. What does anyone want to do anything in the meantime?
I want to try looking again.
Okay, go ahead and roll another investigation check. Whisper, you can go and either both of you roll independently or one of you roll at advantage.
You can roll at advantage.
Oh, thanks. That's a 17.
Okay. All right. So what exactly are you two looking for, like specifically?
Any, I guess, potions, weapons, or anything that, I don't know, that might give me a buff.
And I'm looking for armor or something that, but it's got to look stylish.
Okay. I will say you, looking around, you find a few places that are selling just like regular mundane arrows, like furnishings for beds. There's someone selling exotic stones and gemstones. You find someone selling actual plate armor, and with that, a few just regular non-magical weaponry. They have a rapier in stock. It seems like any of the mundane things are easy enough for you to find in this space. Besides that, no one seems to be really selling magical items in this open air market.
I just gotta remember which weapons are considered light weapons.
If you look in D&D Beyond, I can tell you that if there's a filter where you can push weapons, and then a filter where you can put proficient, and that'll give you a list of them. Hey, D&D Beyond, sponsor us, because I use your stuff and I know it.
I can't.
If you go to manage inventory.
Also,
No, it's the contacts. I can't read.
The sickle, short sword, scimitar, light hammer, hand axe, dagger, light crossbow, hand crossbow, and the club are all considered light weapons.
Is there anywhere that would sell like an arm blade?
Pretty sure you have to be a warforged for an arm blade.
Do you?
Or it would have to be.
Oh wait, no, that's still a magic weapon.
Yeah, that is they replace your arm with a blade.
No, it's like the Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, she's talking about. Yeah,
I know what you mean. That would be something that you'd probably have to get custom made.
Yeah.
Never mind.
I mean, it's not outside the rules of possibility, but that's definitely a custom item. Okay.
Oh god!
Does anyone sell
I
potions?
just got a great name idea for us.
Huh.
The knuckle sandwiches.
I could go for a sandwich right now.
Okay. So as the hour ticks, go ahead.
I'm gonna reach into my pack and I'm gonna pull out some food that I have stored in there. I'm gonna hand it to Whisper and I'm gonna be like, I packed this for you because I knew this was coming.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome. My idea.
Oh.
That I said knuckle sandwich.
As for the knuckle sandwich, great for us. Not nearly as intimidating as I thought you were gonna go for. We need to kind of find a happy medium between the two.
Well, I mean, I think fists sounds better than knuckles. Because instead of just the knuckles, it's the whole thing.
Fish
Mm.
sandwich. Okay.
Mm,
Okay.
I think the sandwiches was more the issue than the knuckles, but
So as the hour ticks by,
potions nearby
none
or
that,
advertised.
none that you've seen. Anytime you ask, they kind of seem to be directing you towards either the
Beyond the Veil.
thank you, Beyond the Veil, or
Carrot something.
or like
heavy
beyond
carriage.
our price range.
And no matter where we go, Tristan's always just sitting in a corner or in an area outside waiting until the next space. Just moving on, following the group as they move on. Just not really participating, but sitting around.
Okay. So as the hour ticks by, eventually you hear this distant sound of like rattling and shuffling feet coming around the corner before the elderly dwarven woman kind of turns the corner, her arms just kind of stacked with a variety of blades and arrows and bolts. Just, oh dear. She seems to be struggling.
I immediately go to help her. Like,
oh, thank you so much. And she kind of just dumps
just
everything onto you.
help pick it up and like put it on the counter.
Thank you so much, dear. You said every light style weapon. I brought all of the ones that he's created. I brought a bunch of arrows for you and some bolts. I know all of this may be able to help in some way. So, okay. What specific bolts? I know you said you wanted a crossbow bolt. She kind of holds it up and taps the tip. So, what my son told me was that these are bolts of extra sharpness, so they will help pierce armor a little bit easier, and they fly a little bit straighter through the air. These, they are a little more pricey. These are 50 gold each.
Per bolt or per case of bolts?
Per bolt. They are quite sharp. They act as +1 bolts, ammunition.
And it's 50 per?
Yes, they do take quite a bit of time to create. But how does 40 a piece sound?
Why don't we see what else you brought? It seems like you brought a lot.
I did. Basically, she has any light weapon that you would want, and they're all considered +1 weapons. But they are not magical in nature, so they do not get the magical resistances.
I'll pick up just like a dagger. How much for this?
That would be 75 gold.
And it looks like you have a sickle here as well.
I do.
How much for the sickle?
That's all of these are pretty much the same price. They all require the same amount of work.
I'll just take the dagger. Thank you.
Okay.
Are there is there a short sword on the table?
Yes.
Is it a regular short sword or a +1?
It would be a +1.
How much for the sword?
That would be 80 gold.
80?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll take that one.
Okay, fantastic.
Let's spend 80 gold.
How much was the sickle?
75.
You said the heavy carriage might have potions, right?
Yeah, I believe they have magical items of the sort there.
Do I know anything about the heavy carriage?
Roll an intelligence check for me.
6.
No, that's not a place you've been to before.
I'm just gonna sort of snap in front of Tristan's face. Like, hey, did you want anything?
And there, I take my bag of gold and I drop it right in her hand.
In my hand?
Yes. If you came in front of me, I dropped the whole bag of gold. I don't care what we do or what we need. All I want is to be done with this and to go and kill everyone. Kill everyone who has killed everything that I love, everything I know. I don't care about this gold. I don't care about this trip. I don't care about everything we're doing. All I want is to be done and to go and kill everything that murdered and ruined
And
my
that's
entire
what
life.
we're shopping. This is what we're shopping for. We're shopping so we don't die in this process.
Then you can take this gold and use it. Because right now, I am not in the right state of mind. I am not in the proper way of buying what I need. All I know is I want to leave. I want to go back and rebuild Marie Lynn's. I want to go back and bring my friends back to life. I want to figure out a way to fix everything that has ruined everything over the course of this small time I left. I was gone for
Tristan,
days.
you could. It's okay. We're going to fix this. Now let's go get shit so we don't die. And I'll just sort of strap the bag to my belt, and if we're heading in the direction of the heavy carriage, then I'll just walk along.
Okay.
I trudge.
Okay. So that's the plan. Everyone heading towards the heavy carriage at this point. Anyone else want to deal anything with the? Oh, Clover, did you want to buy any of those bolts?
Yeah, I love supporting the local business. So as men, 10 of them.
10? Oh, goodness.
No,
That's
wait,
400 gold.
wait. How much are they again?
They're 40 each.
Yeah, she told you 40 each.
One of them.
I'll throw 80 gold to that. Give you 2 more.
Thanks.
Oh boy, this is a lot of gold for these. How about you don't tell my son, and I will give you 5 for 100.
So nice. If you're ever in the Stilben area, if you go a little bit east, you'll find the Hexcombe Family Farm, and you tell them that I sent you, and they'll give you the best honey you've ever had in your entire life.
Oh my god, that is so sweet of you. Well, I will certainly do that.
Awesome. Cobalt County.
I look forward to it. All right. So with that, you all head towards the carriage, correct?
Yeah.
Alrighty. As you get directions for the place and make your way over there, it's relatively easy enough to find. While it is actually a building and a solid structure, the outside is meant to look like a carriage kind of placed down onto the street. The outside is painted in a variety of blues and reds and yellows and just purples, giving the appearance of this wonderfully decorated carriage that kind of has just like gotten rid of its wheels and sat down in a permanent location here. You open the front doors and the styling continues inside. There are a large counter against the back wall that kind of spreads across the length, with a door that leads into another room. And you gather that being wherever the shop owner might do his business. Looking around the inside, there are several kind of shelves lined up with things almost haberdashily placed around. There's one like potted plant. There's a few other just random assortments of things thrown about there. As you enter in, a small bell dingles as the door opens, and an elderly human man makes his way from the back room, and just kind of dusting things off as he goes. He wears a light-stained white Henley-style shirt. The top buttons opened up a bit. Dark blue pants. The tattered edges around the bottoms of it. You gather it's all kind of this theme of the store. Looking up as you all enter. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you all. My name is Tren Clangley. What can I do for all of you?
What's his name?
Tren Clenkang.
What?
Clenkang. Clencang.
We have business we need to take care of, and we're in the market. We heard you might have some magic items or potions.
I have magic items, potions, anything you could possibly need. Of the travels I've done through my years, I've gathered so many things here that anything you may need, I probably have.
Great, we should have come to you first.
Well, you should have. I'm the best shop in town.
Well, what do you have for magic items? I guess let's start small and work our way up.
I have, let's see, I have blades, glaives, leather, I have armor, I have scale mail, I have rings, I have healing potions, I have potions that'll protect you against the elements. I have scrolls, I have axes, I have slippers, wands. What could you anything you could possibly need, I have.
What do you have for the rings? Sort of, you caught me there.
Oh, well, let me see here. Let me look at my inventory. If you'll give me but a moment to scratch my brain. I have kind of waves his hands before a small golden ring kind of curls around this red gem appears in his hand. I'm sorry, a green gem appears in the center. I have this ring of acid resistance. It will protect you from any acid that may splash upon your body.
Okay. That's a good start. What else?
Well, like I said, rings, that's all I currently have on rings, but I can certainly keep my eyes out for something else if you're looking for a specific style of ring.
Maybe any. Oh, what might we? Anything about poison?
Poison? Let me see here. I have a set of armor in the back that I believe is good against poison. I also have a
You're good with armor.
well, I think that's all I have as far as that's concerned.
You mentioned potions, right? Healing potions.
Did. Yes, I have. I have a potion of superior healing. I have 2 greater healings and 1 regular common healing potion.
How much for that?
That is currently going for 53 gold.
For the lot?
No, for just the mundane. Which one were you interested in?
All of them.
Okay, let me do 3, 800 for the lot.
It's a little too rich for my blood. How much for the greater?
The greaters run for 155.
So 363 for the 2 greater and the 1 common. If my math is correct. 2 at 155 and 1 at 53.
Yes, that is correct. We'll knock that down to 360 even.
Okay, I'll take it.
Oh, fantastic!
2 greater and 1 common.
Yeah, you see him open this small, very small pouch, that is kind of like tied to his waist, and pulls out this large wooden box, lays it in front of you. Opening it up, you see the 2 greater healing potions there laid within, and he reaches in once more and pulls out the small healing potion and kind of lays it down next to it as he collects your gold from you. Was there anything else I could interest you in?
Me next.
What would you like, dear?
I heard you say slippers. I'm interested in whatever that is. I like jewelry. I like trinkets. I like armor. Unique weapons. Maybe cool bags or like cool looking stuff. Yeah.
Well, let me see. Let me think. Okay, yeah, let's see. I have... Pulls out of thin air, just kind of 2 slippers appear in his hand, dangling from his fingers. These are slippers of spider climbing, and they are black tops with this intricate spider pattern that kind of wraps around the bottom of the slipper. And he flips them over, and you see it continued onto the back, which are the bottoms are just a dark, rich purple. These will allow you to climb hands-free across any surface.
That could be fun.
Except ice and oil, and obviously things that you can't naturally walk on. But so ceilings, walls, etc.
How much for the slippers?
Those I currently am giving those away for the low price of 5,000 gold.
Whoops. What else you got?
Let's see here. I have a great axe, though that club is rather impressive of yours. This is called the Vicious Great Axe, and this was taken from a band of ravagers that attempted to overrun the city. And the god was able to strike them down, and was able to have it come into my possession.
Not really my style.
Okay, wisps it away. Let's see here. What else might be fun for you? Ooh, kind of pulls a wand out of thin air, and it's wooden, and kind of two parts of it kind of just spiral around this long tip. This is the Wand of Secrets. This will help you locate a secret door or trap within 30 feet of you.
How much for
What do you
this?
think of that? That I am currently selling for 1,500 gold.
That's a lot.
Huh. Oh, what about any cool bags or leather, special leather, or
Let me think here. I have, as I've said, the hide armor. I have a rather exquisitely made bit of leather armor. Though that is pretty expensive at 24,000 gold. Bags, I don't have any current bags for sale, though I can certainly have one prepared for you in a few days if that's something you're interested in.
for how much?
Let me see here.
I'm looking for something that could help food taste good for a long time.
Well, I can get you a bag for probably 250 gold.
What would be special about this bag?
Well, it's quite similar to this, actually. And he kind of pulls up his own bag, opens it up, and shows you the inside. And it's just, you don't see anything looking inside of it. Just completely empty. But he kind of reaches a hand in there and pulls out a long scimitar from it, as it just kind of appears out of the mouth of the bag. This, you can hold quite a bit of things inside of it.
I like that.
Before, they're really cool.
I'll think about that one.
Let me know and I can procure it for you.
You said a couple
How
days?
much are those?
250. I will probably be able to get
250. I don't have that much left, but maybe when we come back after getting paid, we could pick up a couple of those.
Well, if you'd like to leave a deposit, I can get started on getting it ready for you.
I could pay for one now.
Well, if you're gonna use it, go for it.
Yeah. and then I'll
Yeah.
take out the 250 and
Well, very well. I will get started on getting one of those ready for you. Give me about 5 days.
Can you tell me a little bit more about that armor?
Okay, let's see here. Let me just. The
Wait, that was expensive, wasn't it? Never mind.
the armor of poison resistance.
Yeah.
That, as I've said, will help protect you against any sort of poison damage that may come your way. Help kind of push off any poisons that may affect you negatively.
And the price?
That is currently going for 6,000 gold.
Hmm.
And it is hide armor, dear.
Hmm.
I do have a scale mail that is quite a bit cheaper, though. Just
Not my style.
very well.
You said you travel a lot of places, right?
I do. I have over my lifetime traveled to quite a few places.
See, I'm pretty attached to this club.
Okay, well, it's a fantastic looking club.
It is. And do you know anyone who could make it better?
Better in what way?
Like, do something to it so it's stronger, or it
Well,
does something.
I certainly would be more than capable of finding someone that could enchant that for you.
Yeah.
I do know while we are a bit competitors, I know he is quite good at enchanting things. Maybe you've heard of him, Abjurus Nora?
Oh, yeah.
He is quite the enchanter.
He doesn't.
He's quite the ripoff.
Oh, I mean, that's why I'm glad you made it to my wonderful abode.
Do you know how much something like that costs?
Ooh, well, how much effort did you want him to put into it, I think is the greater question. Did you want it to have an elemental effect? Did you want it to just be enhanced magically?
Enhance?
Okay, well, that would probably be...
Club of sharpness.
Too much items. That would probably run you between 300 to 500 gold for a little bit of magical enhancement.
Oh. And you said only your competitor can do that?
I mean, I am not a conjurer of sorts. I have my very limited abilities, but something like that would require someone with a little more expertise.
Well, thanks for that information.
My pleasure, dear. Anything else I could do for all of you today?
I'm looking for a magical light crossbow.
I am unaware of any magical crossbows that are currently in my possession, though it is not magical, it is quite creative in its design. And kind of reaches down, pulls out this crossbow that, while the crossbows you're familiar with, you have to like take the loading action to load them up. This one has this lever on the side of it that he shows you. He kind of pulls the trigger, and the arrow, the line snaps forward. He grabs the lever and just easily cranks it back to relock and load a new arrow. This will help you load faster. Essentially, you wouldn't have to take the loading an action to load your crossbow bolts.
Oh.
This is the quick bolt bow.
gonna
How much
say
was that?
Oh, yeah. How much is it?
200 gold.
Sounds like a pretty good deal, but I've kind of got my heart set on this.
Well, it's here if you decide.
Back when we were kids, my best friend in the entire world, Felix, used to have this dust that made him disappear. Do you have any of that?
Yeah, a dust that would help you disappear.
It would be for just jokes, but I
I was
think
gonna say, was it dust or was it Felix?
well, it was both.
Let me see. Let me look. Let me check. I believe what you're looking for is kind of reaches into the bag, pulls out this small vial of it almost looks like a pixie. And inside you see a little bit of powder kind of in the bottom. This will help you become invisible for a few moments. That is 400 gold, though.
Felix have a 400 gold dust. Okay. I'm gonna have to come back for that one.
Okay, well, it will be here whenever you're ready.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. This has been fantastic.
Yeah, I definitely like this place better than the others.
Well, I'm happy to hear that we were able to satisfy all of your needs.
I don't know about, well, definitely the first other, but the lady who measured me was very sweet. So.
I don't know who that is, but I'm happy for you.
She was very sweet.
All right, what's the plan, everyone?
Anybody else need anything in particular?
Nothing I can afford.
Thing that I can
Yeah, that's the kicker.
I don't need anything.
Hey, how much was in that? How much gold was in that pouch you gave me?
440.
Holy shit!
Just so you know, I'm adding that to my inventory since you gave it to me.
That's just like, I don't need gold. Just take it.
Just wants the blood of our enemies.
Finnick is just like, okay.
Oh no, please don't.
No, stop. Come back.
Gormrog?
What was that?
Should we head back to Gormrog?
Yeah, we could do that.
I'm still very tired. I think we should rest if we're able.
Yeah.
I need to rest too for sure.
Okay. So, you all make your way back. Yeah. We'll say for brevity's sake, you all make your way back to Gormrog's apartment. Anything specific anyone want to do before the night is over?
Cook.
One more name idea. Phoenix Fists of Fire.
I appreciate the alliteration.
I like that.
Okay,
Then again, I guess I'm
Tristan
biased.
is going to go up to Gormrog as the instrument side of the group and look at him. Gormy, what do we do?
Look around.
I'm looking, and all I see is murder. All I see is slashing my sword. All I see is destroying everything. How can I look around and think of anything? They destroyed everything, our home.
Yeah, that's not really what I'm getting at. You're looking at things that have happened days ago. I need you to not look at days ago. I need you to not look at the future. I need you to look at right now. Where are your feet?
They're right in front of me.
Right. Where's that?
Standing in front of you.
Where?
In this moment.
Mm-hmm. In this moment, we are surrounded by friends, by family. We're not alone in this. The one over there, she left her family just like we did. She's on an adventure in a great big city that she knows nothing about, and she is kicking ass, taking names, and has joined up with us, and is trying to come up with a name so that we can get a fuck ton of gold for taking out the people who hurt us. That one over there, we know nothing about her, but she is a delight to be around, and she's got a club that's bigger than your sword. And that one over there has some serious issues. She's waking up with nightmares and night terrors, and she's facing every one of them every single day. She's got trauma that she needs to work with, just like we do. You're not the only one suffering right now, Tristan, and you're not the only one who's mad at these people. We're gonna get them. But right now, she's so exhausted she can barely move. She needs to rest before she can fight this guy at full strength. That one just took 3 arrows to the chest and was downed. Bolts, arrows, whatever. We need to be at full strength before we do this. Full strength means rest. It means eating. It means drinking water. I'll make you some tea if you want that too. But it means getting our heads together. It means focusing on what we can control. We can't control the fact that the Myriad blew up. That happened. It sucks. We can't undo that. We can make it right by stopping this guy. And we're gonna be paid to get revenge.
When he says that, I grab his face. I bring it in. Revenge. Promise me that will happen. I don't care about the amount of gold. I don't care about the amount of platinum. I don't care about the limbs I lose, the fingers I lose, the amount of rigor I know. Will we get revenge? And I hold his forehead firm. We will get revenge. Promise me that.
We will either kill all of them or die trying.
And for that, I don't care what we do, where we go. I will follow your lead. I will follow all of your lead. I don't really know everyone here the way I would like to. I don't understand the full might or the full force of what's happening or everything outside of what I don't know. And I start to grab my head and kind of go back, and scale starts to highlight and gets going to half a rage and stops. I don't know where this place is going to take us, where we're going to go, what's going to happen.
You do know. It's a lot more simple than you're trying to make it. We're gonna find them. I'm gonna point, and you're gonna kill. Promise. Now, you are going to sit down at that table right there, and I'm going to make you some food because you're clearly hungry and you're getting kind of cranky. And I'm not really down for that all the time. Like, I know rage is your thing, but we're gonna fix that. Now, Clover, what was that you were saying? Fists of fire? Phoenix Fist of Fire. It's kind of a mouthful. And no disrespect to Finnick, but
I mean, I never said we had to put my name on it.
what if we just dropped it down to like fists of well, fire and you don't get along too well. What about fists of fate?
I mean, we were talking about fate a lot earlier today, and that it works.
Yeah.
Whisper, what do you think?
I'm cool with whatever. It sounds kind of intimidating.
Fists of
Is it
fate.
cool enough for your standards? Does it fit your style?
It's not ugly.
And I know Tristan doesn't care what we call ourselves. He just wants to do this thing. So we done with it? Fists of fate?
Yeah.
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 All right. So when we sign these papers, fists of fate.
Okay.
Now, what does everybody want to eat?
Meat.
Egg,
What was that?
eggplant.
Eggplant. Okay. I can see what we got in the garden.
Gormag, I'm assuming you have a couch in your apartment at some place.
Yeah, there's a couch. There's a bed or two.
While you
Yeah.
are cooking, I slowly just start to nod off.
Okay, so unless there's anything specific everyone wanted to do, as the night kind of wears on here, you guys eat your meals, everyone gets your long night's rest.
Just
Um,
punked.
Finnick, you are unconscious the great deal of the night.
Quick, I
Aspen
do
woke up.
wake up. Something small. Tristan wakes up. He looks and he does go over. Not everyone in the party, but just walks out of his room aimlessly and just walks stairs, goes back outside, stares up, looks at the sky. Leans up against the door, the side of the door, and stays there. Falls asleep.
As you go outside, the streets are eerily quiet. The only things you hear are the sounds of the occasional bit of armor, marching up and down as there are quite a bit of guards making rounds throughout the streets. But the normal hustle and bustle of the afternoon from all the inns in the area is non-existent on this night. But you eventually drift off to sleep outside. The rest of you waking up the next day. Gormrog early enough to have all the food prepared for everyone. You are the first to notice that Tristan is not there. If you want to address that, that's on you.
He's not in the house.
Tristan?
Then I'm gonna make
I'm
tea
outside
that
the door.
is. I'm gonna make tea that is particularly strong smelling. And I'm gonna start making bacon because I know that if he's nearby, he'll smell it and come. But if he's not, he's on another walk, and I can't fault him for that because he needs that sometimes.
Okay. Tristan, as the sun kind of starts to rise, you are eventually awoken by the sun kind of shining against your face, and you do smell the strong odors from your apartment kind of wasping out towards you.
I quickly wake up, hilt of my sheath, stand up, and I didn't mean to fall asleep outside, and walk right in and follow the smell right into it. Wherever they are, wherever the smell is, I'm going to smell.
Okay. You all kind of gather up for breakfast in the day. As if I'm assuming there's nothing else to discuss, so stop me if there is. But you all kind of gather up, eating your breakfast, having your morning rituals, and eventually get ready to set out towards the Lord Mayor's residence.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the Lord Mayor lives kind of like in the center of the city. You'll know the place when we see it.
Okay. You all make your way towards the location.
Can't help it. I'm sorry. Every time.
Okay. You make your way towards the Opal Ward. Gormrog, you have a pretty good sense of where this place is at this point. As you kind of turn into the Opal Ward, you see the manor there centered in the district. It is more of a barracks than it is like a mansion, and you do see troops of Shields of the Plains kind of lined up out front, some of them in formation as it seems like they're being turned out for the day to make their patrols. You do, however, see a few pockets of what you can only imagine to be mercenaries. There are bits of more custom armored individuals kind of working around the bit of the manor. And you kind of gather that this is probably the party that the Lord Mayor is from. As you kind of make your way up there, though, you are eventually stopped by one of the guards as you approach. Can we help you with something?
We're here to see the Lord Mayor.
What is your business?
We have a contract with her that we've come to sign.
Interesting. What kind of contract are you here to sign?
One where we do your job.
Go ahead and both of you roll either intimidation or persuasion checks.
At 22.
Okay.
8.
Very well. We will escort you inside, and three of the guards two of them line up behind your little group, and one of them lines up on the other side, and they all turn around and begin to march towards the manor. If you'll follow us.
I feel so special.
All right. As they bring you in through the large double doors, as I said, this is more of a barracks than it is even a manor. And inside it's very industrial in its design, and all the floors are very plain but sturdy to accommodate for the step of metal boots. And there are weapon racks lining by the entrance of the door for the guards of the town to kind of, as they're running out, to grab a large weapon. Eventually you are brought upstairs towards the more residential bit of the manor and brought forward to a large set of double doors that are, while the quality appears to be nice, they are that theme of this being a very industrial style building. It is just plain slabs of wood that are. The two of the guards grab the doors and wrench them open. There's a heavy, almost grinding against the stone of the floor. As you look inside, the Lord Mayor is there, though she is wearing much more plain clothes than she was when you originally saw her. Her large stature, dressed in a more of a white button-up blouse, and you could see the faint images of her tattoos kind of shining through the thin fabric. And she wears a bit of dark gray pants. As you enter in, she turns to look at you. It is, it's something to see you all. I'm glad you've made it here without any issues the night before. I have the contract written up for us if we'd like to proceed and get this thing started. Anything you found out in the time between?
What do you mean by that?
Have you found out any information in regards to this contract?
No. What do you mean by it's something to see us?
Well, I'm hiring you based off a rather tragic event, and having to hire more mercenaries is not always the most pleasurable activity.
Yeah, let's do this.
Okay. What name should we put down for your mercenary band?
Well, we are the Fists of Fate.
The Fists of Fate. Well, that's interesting name. She kind of scrolls the name across the contract and kind of turns it out for all of you. As we've already said, the terms are listed on this contract. Whoever is the leader or whoever cares to sign, just please sign below the mercenary band name.
I don't think we have a leader, do we?
You can sign.
Well, whoever is to take responsibility.
All right. I guess I'll
It's all you, Mom.
Cute. You're cute. You're real cute. As I sign on the form.
Okay. Well, Fist of Fate. It is a pleasure for us to enter into this contract. We look forward to your reports. Is there anything I should know about in the interim?
Pertaining to what exactly?
Any of the business of this contract? Have you found out anything over the course of the
last 24 hours? No.
Correct. No? Very well. Is there anything else you may need from us to help you accomplish your task?
Find us some magical weapons that aren't more expensive than what you're paying us.
I don't know if I have anything that would accomplish that task. Though if you are interested in magical items, we can renegotiate this contract to reflect that.
Also, could we just have a copy of this contract to keep on hand in case anybody questions us?
Sure.
Yeah, is there some identifier that we are in this contract with you?
Like a badge.
Yeah, a badge.
A badge. I can.
That was a good whisper.
I can try and what if I? How about a letter? I can write you a letter that authorizes you. I don't have any badges on hand.
Letters of introduction are weighty enough, I believe.
Very well. Would you like one each, or should I just write it off to the group.
I think the group would work best.
Very well. Give me a moment. And she kind of sits down and starts scrolling out a letter for all of you. Eventually handing it off to you. It basically says, the Lord Mayor of Western recognizes the Fists of Fate as mercenaries hired in conjunction with the Lord Mayor's authority and permissions to act in the way they see fit to accomplish their hired interest.
Okay, cool. Are we done here?
That is all I have for all of you.
All right, let's get to hunting a frog.
Okay, well, I look forward to resolving this matter quickly.
All right, bye.
Good evening to all of you.
I hope you're cheerier next time we see you.
I hope to have this matter resolved, and then I will certainly be happy. So, you all turn and exit, being quickly let out unless you wanted to do something else.
As we're walking out, I'm just going to lean to whisper and say, in all the years I've been living here, I don't think I've ever seen her smile.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's kind of grumpy.
Okay, so as you are brought back onto the street, what is the plan, everyone? Where are we going to go from here?
Where do we start, guys?
We need information.
It's so
Maybe
boring.
and see what they know. They're supposed to be helping me. They are supposed to be helping this place.
We are doing nothing but finding information. Why aren't we fighting people? Why aren't we killing everyone
We
who
need to
destroyed?
find them first.
Are we just supposed to kill everyone we see on the street?
We need to find
No.
them in order to kill them. We have no idea where they are or where they went.
They could be in the sewers, but if they are, they're probably waiting for us there. So we need to be strategic about it.
So,
we need a plan, then.
do we know where the clasp might be? They're the only ones I can think of who might have information.
We go back to the jackal.
Or
We can try.
what's left of it.
Yeah, what's left of it?
It's a start. Let's go.
Okay.
I'm here only on what you guys know. All I know is the one thing that I know, which is everything I know is destroyed.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you make your way to the Jumping Jackal, again, the eerie quietness of the streets is, it seems that things are even more, as fear is being spread through the rest of the town, less and less people are willing to come out throughout the day. Not as everyone seems to be not sure where the next strike may be. So you all make your way over to the Jumping Jackal, and as you round that corner, the first thing you see is shields of the plane still moving bits of rubble and lumber from the destroyed buildings across from the Jumping Jackal. The smell of burning flesh still lingers in the air, and there are, as they move things apart, you do notice the occasional limb or body part from underneath the rubble. And there is no words being spoken as this process is going. It is eerily quiet, with the exception of the sound of timber being moved or the occasional crackle of an ember underneath the rubble somewhere, as smoke rises up through it and kind of blankets the street in that little bit of haze. Um, as you kind of make your way closer to the jackal, one of the guards that is kind of standing towards the perimeter kind of looks at all of you. Come over. The area is cordoned off.
Just hold up the letter.
Takes it. Very well. How can we assist?
What do you know?
Well, we've been digging up rubble for the last almost 24 hours now. It appears that they used conventional explosives in their bombs. There doesn't appear to be any sort of magical enchantments as far as our arcanists can tell. It appears that they lined the outer walls of these 3 buildings with explosives so that it would maximize the outward blast towards the street. From there, as the floors lost that major support structure, the insides crumbled, killing everyone inside. What'd you say, dear?
Who is it that we're speaking to?
Just one of the guardsmen that appears to be running security for the area.
Everyone inside?
As far as we can tell, there are no survivors from inside the building, and anyone that was within the first about 100 feet from the front of the building has also. We haven't found anyone alive under the rubble yet.
You found Goloth?
The jackal, he points over towards the building that you're familiar with as being the jumping jackal. That was not affected by the blast, though people have since taken to destroying bits of it, and you can as you look, you see every window on the first floor. Every window that you see has been blown out, whether from the explosion or people throwing rocks and stuff through the window. Looking inside, just from your perspective, go ahead and roll a perception check for me. 16. Okay. Looking as you look at the building, you can kind of see through the shadows of the inside a bit, and you don't notice anyone moving about inside. But you know that there is more to the jumping jackal than the first floor.
I'm just going to it.
Okay. Okay. Does everyone follow Clover?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As you make your way over Clover, opening the door easy enough. It kind of is rocked off its hinges a bit and creaks open. But you make your way into the first floor of the jumping jackal, and there is nobody there.
Going down to the basement.
Okay. Welcome
Does
over.
the building look like it was protected magically or protected based on the direction of the explosion?
It appears the direction of the explosion was intentionally made to avoid the jumping jackal as best possible.
Hello?
Clover, as you go to open the hatch, it appears to be locked, though you don't see a keyhole or anything on the top.
I'm gonna look at it first.
Okay.
Look at it. Observe. Can I get a check?
What do you want to do?
I'm gonna
looking at it.
See if there's a lock. If it's, look at the lock. If it's a regular lock.
There is no lock on the top.
All right. Just
Sir.
observe.
Maybe.
If there's someone else, I'm gonna step back. I'm gonna stand there though.
Is it like a door bar from the other side, or locked?
Can I detect magic?
Yeah, you cast detect magic,
Cool.
and there is no magical lock on the hatch.
I want to knock.
Okay, how are you? You knock.
Yeah.
I'm standing by the door.
Okay. You get no reply.
Nobody's home. Unless you want to smash it.
Yeah, I definitely want to smash it.
I'm gonna go do that. I'm gonna to the side, grab my sword, unsheath it, and go for a smash on the lock. Attack, regular attack.
All right, go ahead and roll your attack.
Ooh, you got to hit something.
What?
Aren't you excited? You got to hit something.
8. $12.
Okay. Roll damage.
Can I cast
Hey.
Detect Thoughts?
On
9.
on who?
12. I'm sorry.
Okay.
12 as well.
All right, hold on, Tristan. Who are you casting? You want to cast Detect Thoughts? Go ahead.
Yeah, just in general.
Okay.
So, yeah, anything within 30 feet.
Okay. As you cast Detect Thoughts, you detect your 4 friends, and you also sense the thought of several individuals down in the basement. The general thought is, who the fuck is this? What's going on? Who's up there?
I don't like this.
Oh, okay. I just want to speak out loudly. What makes the jackal jump?
Okay.
And I don't know if I was waiting for like somebody else to answer or.
As you kind of shout that at the large gash in the door that Tristan has now made, you sense the thoughts kind of shift from anxiety and panic over to like, oh, okay, it might be one of us. And you hear chink as the lock on the inside of the door opens, and a hand kind of pushes it open the hatch, looking out from you. A hand crossbow like right next to the guy's head as he pushes open the door. Who are you?
Hey, how you do? Is Golesh in?
Kind of gives a scan, looking at each of you. Come on down. Lowers his crossbow and heads down.
Is he leading us down?
He's going down in front of you, but he's not like, follow me.
That's what I wanted. As we go in, I'm going to be the last, and I'm going to make sure to lock the thing behind us.
Okay. As you kind of come down into this lower area, it is a little. It does appear like the foundation of this building was kind of shaken from the explosions, and you see a few shattered bottles on the floor, and a bit of dust kind of settling on the bar, on the countertop. But you do see Golish up on his little pedestal table, kind of going through some paperwork in front of him, as there are about half a dozen other individuals making their way around the lower area. Kind of looks up as you all make your way down. What do you want?
Good to see you too.
Obviously, we're in a bit of an emergency now. What can I do for all of you?
Go right to the chase. We've been hired by the Lord Mayor to hunt down and eliminate the dude who did this. We've got personal investment in doing so. And I think, based on the damage and framing of your organization, you might as well. We're here to continue our working relationship of providing you with information and you providing us with information and teaming up together in order to deal with this nonsense.
Very well. What can we provide you on this lovely day?
Well, what are you doing about it?
Well, first and foremost, we are making sure our certain agents of ours are able to get somewhere safe while the city has lost its mind. Besides that, I'm working with some of our other units to find out what information we can about this grung and what plans the Myriad may have for moving into our neighborhood.
You know where they are?
If I knew where he was, I wouldn't be here right now.
Why are they targeting you?
Well, we are their most direct competitor.
Do you know how big of an organization they are?
Just as big as we are, though their presence in Tal'Dorei is not as prevalent as ours.
Other than blow up towns, what kind of things do they do?
Well, they deal in the more distasteful aspects of the business. Slavery and things of that like.
Clearly disrupting the peace.
Their methods are a bit more brutal than ours. We prefer to remain a bit more under the radar than they seem to want to.
And we saw that firsthand.
Well, according to this letter I've received, our time to handle this before they are reinforced is growing short. Just
What do you
gotten
mean?
word they're about 12 days out from reinforcements making their way to Western.
Oof. How did you find that out?
Give me 1 second. Let me just get my letter up here.
Maybe we can help.
We got word that they had recently landed down to the south and are making their way up.
What? For what?
To reinforce, put more agents in the town, try and take advantage of our current weakness.
Are they trying to take over this whole town?
So it seems like to us. We heard word that they just landed a ship in Stillbend.
How far is that from here?
Well, by foot about 14 days, but we understand that they may be having some horses and making their way up.
What do we know about Redep? And to Golash, I'm going to say that's the name of the grung. He's a blue grung. His name is Redep. He's fast.
Well, that's not surprising, being a grung. I know you have to be worried about their chirp. Heard it can paralyze some men.
About women.
And women. Just men is like a general term. The people.
He's also pretty damn good with that freaking crossbow of his.
For now.
If he's running the whole Myriad down in Western thus far, he would probably be a gang boss. I understand that's what they call their like a spiraling. That's what they call their equivalent of me. It seems like whoever this Erdep is, they trust him enough and are believing enough in his abilities to come up against us. So, certainly something to be worried about.
Do we know anything about grungs in general?
Well, I know they're pretty good with poisons. They have that chirp that can paralyze folk. They're fast. They can jump far.
Yeah, we saw a lot of that firsthand.
Though what I understand, blues are not typically combat style grungs according to their caste structure.
Caste structure.
What are blues?
I think they weave baskets or something.
That seems so random. Okay. How can we help?
Kill him. Find him.
Yeah, that's the
get rid of
plan.
him.
Does your secret sources have any idea on where we might be able to find them? Or anyone we could talk to that might know?
He's in the market ward making baskets.
Maybe.
Well, we know that they had a place in the sewers. Though I doubt they still use it, but they may be watching for someone to head there and look for leads. They're looking to get a jump on you.
They're targeting you and your organization, right?
Correct?
What if we call them to us?
You could do that. It's an option.
Like, not here, obviously, but a place where we could, I don't know.
Lure them out to
Yeah, like
area?
fishing.
To drop on them.
Like fishing.
It's not a bad idea. Perhaps we set up something now that you have the authority. We can say you've caught some class members and bringing them in for investigation. Maybe have them set up a bomb along the route. Catch them that way.
Yeah.
Dangerous, but
I don't know how I feel about more bombs in the city.
well, I'm just assuming what they might do. I doubt they have the numbers to take us on directly, but
They put an awful lot of bombs in very specific directions right here to do as much damage as they could to the street and not damage the jumping jackal.
And you know an awful lot. An awful lot.
my job's
Tristan,
an
it's
all
his
lot, boy.
job to know. He's the head of the clasp here, Tristan. He's the leader of the organization that they're trying to frame.
So, unless you have a better idea.
I have a good
Head
idea.
into this hoodoo.
What's your idea?
What?
No, did I have a good idea? Fishing?
Seems like a good idea to me.
Cool.
You lost me. What happened?
Where
using
we lure
me
them out.
as a hook, a line on a hook.
You.
That's what it takes.
Or it doesn't have to be you. I just figure they targeted class places. So if
Hey.
you're loudly class,
If we can trust him,
Mm-hmm.
I'll align my hook.
I just wonder if they're so adamant about protecting the jumping or protecting the clasp, would they actually go after one of like the leader of the clasp?
I'm more worried about
Did you-
citizens
that's why
getting
we choose
involved.
the place. You choose the pond. I mean, if it's a bad idea, then it's a bad idea. But I don't hear anyone else coming up with anything.
If we can
No,
trust him,
Whisper. I'm digging it. Like,
I'll align myself to him. Right to the hook.
Tristan, we're putting Golesh on the hook, and we're waiting in the bushes while we wait for the fish to come and bite the hook, and then we're gonna beat the shit out of the fish.
I could be there. Maybe part of the
Yeah,
front
we're gonna be.
All gonna be there.
That's what I'm saying. We're gonna be there. We're gonna put him in the middle as bait.
I know. I want to be a part of the front line.
We are the front line.
Yeah. We're saying the same thing, Tristan. It's just different words. Trust me, I got you. I know what you want, and you're gonna get it.
I want frog legs.
I feel really weird about cooking up a living person, but
I don't.
You know, I'm a vegetarian, but in this case, I'd eat some frog legs too.
I know how to season them, but all right, Whisper.
I understand.
What pond are we choosing?
You know this city way better than I do.
Yeah, same. You and Tristan and Golesh probably know this town the best.
All
We
right.
need to get out of the main city. It can't be here. They can't see any more devastation.
There is a large open area in the towards the temple ward, between the market and the temple ward, that may be beneficial towards our needs.
The dude likes the rooftops. We should keep him away from that. Minimize the number of exit paths for him. Open area may be beneficial initially, but if he's got reinforcements on the roofs, we'll be sitting ducks.
Can we put glue on the roof?
Put who?
Glue? Like sticky stuff?
Do you have that much glue?
I mean, maybe we can find. I'm just throwing out ideas, guys. Gosh.
I'm not against it.
I was thinking more along the lines of being indoors with limited window access.
Maybe get him back into the sewers.
That could work.
It's an option.
It'll be tight.
Well, that's where they were hiding out before, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have... Last time we spoke, you told me that you do not have a secret hideout in the sewers.
And that remains true.
If we get word out that we do, and that you've retreated to that location, that may lure him in.
I just got what they talked about in chat. Sorry, distracted. Yes, I I think that's an easy enough for us to set up. Start spreading the word that we've been seen in the sewers. Just maybe we could reutilize their own little cave they set up.
We should probably go check that out first. Make sure it's clear. If they are watching it, expecting you to come after them.
Yeah, we could scout it out first.
Okay.
Scout it out first, send in the all clear, and then have you move in.
Very well.
And wait. And when he comes down himself to flush you out, we'll spring the trap.
Heal him.
When, so what do we think? 24 hours to get this all set up?
I mean, we could head there first light.
Still early in the day, so.
Yeah, we could go there now.
I'm more worried about Finnick not being rested enough.
I'm feeling a lot better than I was, I promise. Promog, I promise.
Well, that sounds like that settles it.
Okay.
But how are we, unless you already have an idea, how are we shouting from the rooftop that you're going to be down there after we shout it?
We'll take care of that. We'll start putting out people. Whispers gathering, that we are gathering at a new location.
Okay. Well, yeah. I feel much better for doing something.
Good.
Hey, Tristan, you ready to bash some heads in?
I want to do more than anything. Kill everyone. Period.
Alright, to the sewers we go.
Clover, hold on a moment. Kind of pulls one of the earrings from his ear. It's a small pearl, and he kind of throws it towards you. Keep in contact. That's a direct line to me.
Okay.
We're walking.
Okay.
Yep, we are leaving.
Yeah.
Alrighty. With that, as you all gather together with a plan finally in place, make your way out of the Jumping Jackal and prepare to head to the Scala Ward, back to the tunnels beneath, to locate the former hideout of the Myriad. That's where we're going to call it for tonight, because we're getting pretty close to the end here. I think it's a good cutting off point. All right. With that, I think that's all we have. I want to say thank you to everyone who tuned in tonight. Oh, I got this iPad. We want to say happy Halloween to everyone. We hope you enjoyed our costumes. Not as effective as Critical Role costumes, considering we don't have full body cameras, but thank you again, November, for the amazing new layouts and backgrounds, and our artwork, because I know that was brought up before. That is done by, let me make sure I get their name right. Cherry Demon, I think it is.
Yeah, Cherry Demon.
Cherry Demon. If you go in our Discord under announcements, there's actually a discount code there for them, for any artwork that you get done from them. Besides that, I think we are done for the night, everyone. Next week will be our Halloween one-shot, which is pre-recorded. So those of us that are not out celebrating Halloween will be in the chat.
Those of us who are out celebrating Halloween will probably still be in the chat because we're nerds.
Besides that, Jem, do you know who you have for the 7th yet or no?
Not confirmed yet.
Okay.
But there'll be a good berry.
Okay, there will be a good berry on the 7th. Besides that, we want to thank you all for showing up. Remember, like, comment, subscribe. If you're watching this on YouTube, we're doing the push for 1,000 on YouTube so we can get monetized on YouTube. That's important. So please like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that good YouTube stuff if you're watching this on YouTube. Besides that, we want you all to know we love you. We're going to raid after I switch us off onto the ending soon screen. So if you want to stick around for the raid, you can.
Raid.
We are going to raid someone I actually found not too long ago. She's super fucking sweet. So we hope you enjoy her. Besides that, we love you guys. Have a good night. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.